Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to my channel, and we are back to the second part of our devlog. A lot of updates have taken place, including our new intro. It's good, right? Right? Good. So, in the previous video, I had somewhat of a working AI. Today I'll be adding the map and some interactable elements and piece together the beginnings of a spine-chilling game with a rough working prototype. Our game's AI,
fueled by an insatiable thirst of horror
and an innumerable amount of troubleshooting, is now ready to hunt us down. But there is nowhere to hunt. We need a place for this AI to rampage around. I had never really designed a map, so I scoured through the internet and took map designs from many games as reference and somehow designed a basic eagle-eye perspective of the map roughly. Then I used this image as a reference for modeling in Blender. This initial stage may look a bit crude, but it lays the foundation for the dark and immersive environment we are creating. Then I imported the model to an Unreal Engine and slapped on some textures from Quixel Marketplace. I wanted it to be like an abandoned area, like it wasn't exactly interior of a house, but more like a factory or some underground somewhere. I haven't really decided for that, but I had something. Then I added the AI and voila, we had a whole map for the AI to run around. Keep in mind, this is just the beginning and it's still a rough version and there's still much refinement and polish to come. But even in its early stage, our game is already setting the appropriate environment for a proper horror game. The next thing I had to tackle was the interaction. A horror game would not be a horror game without being able to interact with the surroundings to find a way out. And the most primary thing to interact with in a horror game is doors. So I scoured through the whole internet to see what different kinds of doors I could use. Tried using some simple doors with some simple coding, which was not very simple. But then I came across these shutter doors. Now these shutter doors are pretty common in India. And I'm pretty sure like in other countries as well, but I've rarely seen a shutter door in a horror game. So I quickly coded a very simple interaction code to see if it works, and it does. I implemented these doors throughout the map and also made another variation of these doors where you had to use a key to open the door. And just like that, we had a working shutter door system. I also modeled a locker in Blender and placed it throughout the map. Most of the functions were working well and the player was able to interact properly.
But wait, we don't even know what we are supposed to do.
True, we don't know yet if we are escaping from somewhere or finding a route or finding something. We don't have a story. I quickly made up a rough story for the game. I did not want it to be a very generic ghost chasing and the player finding a way out kind of game. I wanted it to be a bit different. There were too many games like the ghost chasing one. I wanted something different, so I wrote a story about a malfunctioning robot that had to be shut down. That was like the whole thing. The malfunctioning robot is going to serve as a purpose for chase, and we're going to find our way through the abandoned area and shut it down. It's simple, easy, and definitely not because Unreal's default animation was looking very much like a robot, so I kind of just stuck to it. Yeah. So with that, I set up a system where you have to find a certain number of hard drives and plug it into a PC to shut it down. Modeled both the hard drives and the PC in Blender and placed it in the scene. And with that, I had a very rough working prototype of the game. So before refining it further, I packaged it up and sent it to a very few of my friends and waited for their feedback. With each devlog, we are getting very close to unleashing this horror upon the world. Stay tuned, as once the feedback comes, I'll start refining the game with better assets and better UI and create more captivating gameplay mechanics. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss a single update, because now it's just gonna get better from here. Also, I just realized I have an exam in a few days, so yeah, I should go study while the reviews come. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I should go. Yeah, bye.